We are organizing many type of happenings like that. I'm Stefan and I'm one of the hosts. During the winter time, when we are not so busy with accommodation of people, we try to open our doors to different exhibitions, art happenings, to give a possibility of people like Ilian or Ignacio to making some things like that. And we will be glad if somebody of you have some art experience or like to make something, we will be glad to welcome you. I mean that we can do that always for free, and our idea is to make more people active, young people especially, and to invite them to be active with us together if we can organize something in the life to be better, or for the young people to give them some future here.
It's the fourth event our organization makes here. We had some eco workshops here in the autumn, and now we start with the Northern Spanish evenings of our volunteer Ignacio. I represent Public Environmental Center for Sustainable Development in Varna. We are an ecological organization, and we have this volunteer from north of Spain who came to support us for 1 year in recycling paper, making presentations in schools, and saving the world, and other activities like this. It's completely his initiative to present his culture of north of Spain, because he would like to break the stereotype about Spain that it's flamenco, fiesta, siesta, paella, Madrid, Valencia, Barcelona, and all the things that usually Bulgarians know about Spain. North of Spain is with different culture, and he would like to show the specific of this culture. You know that the Basques live there, it's very green area, it's very similar to Bulgaria in terms of some cultural things and in terms of nature, especially because it's more green than the southern part of Spain. And he will give you more information about the presentations and the evening itself, but all of them will happen here in the Yo Ho Hostel, and it will be for the next 4 months, something like that. Ignacio?
Okay. Zdrasti, dobro večer. Hi everybody. As Nora told you, I'm Ignacio from Spain, and I'm going to explain today the environmental problems in the region of Cantabria. I want to tell you that I have also the support of Castro Verde. It's another organization in my hometown, in Castrodiales, in Cantabria, and they gave me more information about the environmental problems and something more information about Cantabria. So this is the program for this next month. We are going to have 8 evenings like this. The first one is today, the environmental problems of Cantabria. The next one is how is the environment in Cantabria, how is the nature, the fauna, the flora, which kind of animals we have, which kind of trees we have, how is the mountains, this kind of things. The next event is about Bilbao. The city of Bilbao is one of the most important cities of Basque Country. It's the other region close to Cantabria. Like an example of the style of development, because Bilbao this last 20 years has a lot of changes in the city. Following with the Basque Country, the next. I want to be flexible with the dates because it not depends on me, it depends also on Yo Ho Hostel. So I'm going to start with the contest. How is Cantabria and where is? It's just in the north of Spain, as you can see.
Just because some people are coming,
okay.
They find their place and then to continue, because otherwise it's a bit messy. come and join the group. Right.
North of Spain, between Asturias and Basque Country. The capital is Santander with 175,000 habitants, and in total the region has 588,000 habitants. How is Cantabria? As you can see, we are lucky because we have a great coastal with a lot of beaches, really nice places. And also, if you don't like the beaches or the sea, we can offer you the mountains and the different places, environmental places in the mountains.
It's very important that they don't have just sea; they have ocean. It's
Okay.
important for surfing people.
Yes, the sea is very brave in the north. So, this is the mainly environmental problems in my region. I'm going to explain more or less, not very technical, but I try to explain you how is this problems in my region. The first one is the fracking. The second one is the aggressive and strong urban planning. These two first is the most important or the most dangerous in my region. Also, like other places in the world or in the other countries, we have illegal dumping sites, forest fires, and just 2 years ago, some companies start to have the intention to start a petroleum prospecting in the Cantabria Sea. So, before they started with the fracking, somebody knows how is the fracking?
Yeah, we do have some volunteer, I think.
Yes, in Bulgaria also?
Yeah, the same problem here, exactly in eastern,
Yeah, the same
northeastern
region.
Bulgaria.
Here, close to Varna. They want.
Okay.
It didn't start it yet, but
No, they
they
did
made some tests. Yeah.
Okay. As you can read, it's a well simulation technique in which the rock is fractured by a hydraulic pressure liquid made of water, sand, and chemicals. In other words, is to break the rock to liberate the gas and then take the gas. Here you can see a more technical description how is to take the gas to the top and then take the gas to use the gas for the energy and other things. The problem is that this very pollution, and also this not the traditional gas, it's a different gas. So
Do you have fracking companies, or they are trying to enter it in Cantabria?
no, nowadays I think not specific fracking companies. There is only, I think, energetic or petrol companies like Repsol.
But they are foreign. They are not Spain.
Yes, most of them are foreign, but also from Spain. Because a lot of companies, foreign companies, have other companies, but it's the same company have different other companies, but in Spain with other names, different name. Yeah. Okay, what are the negative effects with the fracking? There are a lot of subterranean and superficial water pollution, because to make the fracking, the companies use the water with pressure to break the rock. Also, air pollution, like every petrol factory. Affection of human health, because these activities is going to make in the rural zones with where the people live, and also the environmental and ecological alterations, because the fracking is going to alter the environment, the animals that were living in the environment, the different trees, everything. And also in Cantabria, not very much, but in the south of Spain, especially in Albacete and in Murcia region, there are a lot of seismic risks, because with the pressure it's going to be very dangerous, because maybe this produces earthquakes. The situation nowadays in Spain, So some licenses are conceded from the national government, but now the municipalities are in conflict with the national government because the municipalities want to protect her places and the population that live in these places. So there are a lot of strong social movements against the fracking. In this website, Nora, is in the no in Google Chrome. Here. Here is the map of Cantabria. This region. And in red, in green, you have the municipalities that are officially against the fracking. But the problem is that the national government wants to implement the fracking in Cantabria. Nowadays, the situation is in standby. We don't have yet the fracking factories because the municipalities and non-profit organizations go to the justice to keep away the companies to make the fracking.
How the government actually wants to assure the people that fracking is not dangerous? What are the reasons that they are showing now?
The government wants to put the fracking only because they think that it's very good for the economy.
They say that it will bring new investment.
Yes,
exactly.
Just solely for this, but with the cost of the environment. Another problem is the aggressive and structural planning in Cantabria. Since I think 2019 and 90, there are a lot of buildings in the inefficient infrastructure close to the coast. Why happened this? Because there are not urban coastal planning, and also because of the property speculation. That this one of the regions of the nowadays economic crisis in Spain.
Which Cantabria is in one of the regions with economic crisis.
Yes, yes.
Do you have, for example, on the picture it shows that this area is close to the sea.
Yeah.
Do you have a specific areas of woods and other forests in the country that are under special protection? And how exactly this thing happening, that if this is protected, why somebody can build something there?
No, because this is the problem, that when the companies build this, there is no regulation.
They change the law?
Yes, the municipality say, okay, now I'm going to change the law because I want that you invest money to build. This is the problem, the main problem.
Here.
This is corruption.
Exactly, that's the reason why I'm asking.
Nowadays, this is completely illegal. This specific picture is completely illegal. It's going to be destroyed. And as you can see, it's very
Maybe.
not dangerous. Okay, nowadays, what's happening? We have a new coastal law, a new urban coastal planning. Because of this situation, the government start to put a new coastal law, a new coastal planning. So, this is now we have the problem of this new law is that now we have a lot of buildings that are going to be illegal. So more than 1,000 in Cantabria. You can see here they are going to destroy this. All of these buildings are going to be destroyed, and the government, because the justice say that it's completely illegal. And a clear example of this inefficient infrastructure is this sport port. It's in Laredo. It's close to Bilbao. As you can see, it's completely empty. The government want to invest money here, but it's completely inefficient. And nowadays, almost this picture is from from the last year, I think, from the beginning of the last year. But nowadays, I think it's almost.
How much time did it take to Ministry of Justice to fight and to decide that all of those buildings are?
How many
much time? How many years?
It depends because the non-profit organization, ecological organization, has the initiative to say, okay, we have to say that this is illegal and goes to the justice. Okay, the justice said, okay, you have your right, but the other part say, no, you are not right. I want to say that I have the right to say that it's my building, so this is very complicated. But how many time or how much time? Around this, the other picture is around 8 or 10 years.
18 years.
Yes, because the justice in Spain is very
very
slow.
slow.
Very, very slow.
At least it works. Better slow than not working.
Okay. The illegal dumping sites. This is not very important in Spain, in Cantabria, because nowadays not bad. I don't know, 25 years ago, 20 years ago, yes, it's very, very important. But anyway, we still have this kind of illegal dumpings because we don't have sensitive in the society. So, yes, how we can eradicate this situation? With ecological and environmental education with the children and in the childhood, and also aware the society about this problem. And another thing that the government now is going to do is increase the sanctions and the fines to the people that don't use the legal dumpings. And since 2000, the government started to put some legal dumpings in Spain that they call punto limpio, or clean point, just to make the recycling to the metal and plastic, to the different electric customs or batteries, to the glass or paper. This is a good idea from the government.
Do you usually recycle in Spain?
Yeah. Since 2000, in every municipality we have the special container to put the...
How did you learn that?
How? In the school. Yes. We have, in the school, we already have some, not subject, but
No,
we...
I mean, how you're used to it. I mean,
Okay, the old people, for example, my grandfather
yeah.
doesn't recycle. But in my case, yes.
No, that's my question.
Yes, yes. No, it's very complicated for old people.
But I've been in schools in Cantabria, and they're organized. The corridors and everything is organized with the boxes for recycling, with a story for the small kids on the walls, that how to use them and why and so on. So it's quite promoted and stimulated in school. So it's education. Well, I know cases in Bulgarian schools where a teacher is trying to teach the children to recycle, but the other teachers are throwing their garbage in the wrong place. So it's very hard when the teachers are giving the best example.
We have also the forest fires. It's not very common in Cantabria because of the weather, because we have a lot of humidity and the landscape is really green. But anyway, sometimes on summer, especially, we have this kind of fire. This is because the pyromanic, and of course, especially because of the influence of the people. If you go to the landscape or to the country to make some barbecues, so nowadays is completely forbidden. This is that I told you now. What is happening now? There are more control and restrictions from the authorities, just to keep the environmental in good conditions. This is nowadays, as I told you, it's completely forbidden to make a fire in the country. And also, some non-profit organizations have the initiative to make some reforestation in the places where we have some fires or some damage because of the fires. This is a new problem since 2013. Some petrol companies start to thinking that maybe in this area, this is the Biscay Bay, in this area maybe it has some petrol, and some petrol companies start to apply to the government just to explore and to make some prospecting in this area to know if we have petrol. But nowadays there are no concession for these companies, so it's in standby also. But this area is very dangerous because it's very deep, around 2,000 or 3,000 meters, and this is very dangerous with a lot of risks.
How exactly the law of your government protects those waters around your country?
To be honest, I think that this is not protect law. This problem is also in Canary Island, because Canary Island is a protection area, but the national government want to invest some money, not invest directly. They want to concede some licenses to the petrol companies just to explore if there are some petrol in these wells. There are not a specific law, I think. I don't know exactly.
They say that they will just explore, but they are actually giving them the right to start everything.
Yes, that's right. So, for my part, it's okay. I don't know if you have some questions.
I think that you have the same problems like us.
Yeah,
Yeah?
We have the same
exactly the
problems
same,
like
yeah.
us.
Yeah, I suppose.
Without this petrol station in the middle of the sea, everything else is almost the
They
same.
will
I
have
think that
gas
we
in
do
the
have
We
middle.
do
some
have
petrol
just a
station.
gas.
Yeah, we have one in Burgas, now is like
No, I think
a
somewhere
refinery.
around Duranport.
Other one probably.
Yeah.
But this
Yeah,
one
but it's
is
for
for
gas.
Burgas is very big one.
Yeah.
You have some petrol factory.
In the middle of the sea, it since last year, because a year ago I cannot see.
That's why I asked you that question, because you can see it actually from the coast, the lights in the middle of the sea. And for example, if somebody asks you, you have to say, they ask you what is that, you can say it's not a petroleum station, it's not a gas station, because the government says it's just a temporarily made building, not a building, a construction that will just explore the environment for gas. But they are actually starting.
Yeah,
The law has some small doors, and they are using those doors, and you can do
So
nothing
everything
actually,
is starting
because
with
the law is
exploration.
made for the people that are investing those money and the companies. It's the same.
Yeah, it's the same problem.
Is it legal to export wood in Spain?
Sport wood?
Wood.
Yeah.
Forest.
Yes.
It's illegal.
To export it.
No, it's legal.
It's legal.
It's legal. But it depends of the boat. You can use the traditional trees or the specific trees of this environment. In Cantabria, there are a lot of, I don't know how it's in eucalypto.
I was eating a lot.
We have a lot of problem with this tree because it's not from here, it's typical from Australia, I think.
Yes.
And this tree wants a lot of water, so this is very dangerous for the environment.
From the
Yes. The people use this kind of tree to make paper.
I found one very big difference also between Bulgaria and Cantabria. That you start breaking down the illegal houses. This
Yeah.
starts few years ago, but for a very short period, only in Burgas. And after that, the illegal houses are going up again and again everywhere around the nature.
Yeah, we already started, but it's going really slow.
Here it's war.
In my hometown, we have around, I don't know exactly, maybe 20 or 30 illegal buildings, and only 5 or 10 are destroyed. Were destroyed.
They haven't paid to the municipality
To the right people.
and to the right people.
More questions?
Do you have in your government, do you have a lobby? That, for example, I can watch,
Yeah. The
like,
national government.
yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have like a lobby, if I can say that this guy, this politician, protects this company?
Corruption.
But
Yeah,
You already
no,
said.
it's,
Yeah,
it's
it's not
sometimes
exactly
because
corruption.
it's actually better because we all know that who they protect, but they don't say it.
Yeah.
We all know it, but they don't say it. Actually, isn't it better if they say who they protect, and all of the people, if they protect some interests, if they discuss everything with the society, wouldn't it be better? Do you have something like that?
Yeah, we have the lobby, especially now that the right party is in the government. So, yeah.
Because here everybody is hiding. For example, if I take 10 billions from you and I inject it in the economy, I say no, I didn't take it from you. Wouldn't it it will be better if I say that I take it from you, I will invest it this way, and I will have this and this and this for the society.
Yeah.
Do you have something like that specifically?
Yeah. We have this kind of.
Does it have the effect? Is it better to know that somebody protects some companies? Or it's the same?
Actually, I think it is the same, because for them it doesn't matter. Yeah.
I don't think for us.
More questions?
Okay, this was the worst part of Cantabria. the
worst
problems,
part.
but he started with them because it's showing that even for countries that we think that are better than us, you can see that they have similar problems and fights with them, and yeah, they face the same problems. And the next presentation, which will be in March, is for the much more beautiful part of Cantabria. It's nature, because the nature is very, very special in Cantabria. And I'm sure that can make some of us jealous
Yes.
for not being there. Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Може да попляскате още малко за кинематографията?
You have some snacks.